and then you got to download the app for it for PAX East, and then you go inside of it, and it'll tell you to book your schedules and stuff like that. So when you ever want to go, say you want to go Sunday at 2:00, you got to book in there Sunday at 2:00 that you're going. And there's only so many slots per.
But then you have a spot.
Yes, yeah. Yes, there's an advantage and disadvantage. Actually, I wish more companies would do that, Steve.
Yeah, it would save us a lot of time.
I mean, just put out the apps, and either we know we're going to get in there or not. And then we can say, okay, 10 o'clock we're going here, 11 o'clock we're going here. Between these times, we're just going to roam around and go to the indie section. It'll make it easier. I think maybe more companies will follow suit. We'll see if it's successful. It's the first time I've seen this.
Yeah, we'll see how it works.
Yeah. So they got a couple games, Pollen, Time Machine, Crescent Bay. I guess we're going to be seeing a demo for Crescent Bay when we go there, Steve.
That'd be cool.
So we'll tell you what our comments are for that, obviously, in our post-show. Blizzard's going to be there, Steve. What do you think?
And what's next?
Your favorite games from Blizzard. The Diablo 7. No. They're gonna. Apparently, they're gonna have
StarCraft. What? 7?
7 or whatever it is. They're gonna have more Hearthstone, everyone's favorite game. They're gonna have some Heroes of the Storm, even though I think I played that a year ago. And they're gonna have the new game, which used to remember Project Titan. We ragged on them about canceling it.
Yep.
They brought it back 2 weeks later after we gave them bad remarks and created Overwatch out of it.
Another influence we have on the industry.
Exactly, you know.
With no need to thank us.
Tilted Vortex, changing the industry since 2014. So they're doing that.
That'd be interesting to see what that is.
Yeah.
I mean, would they spend like $500 million?
Oh, I don't even want to know. There's a company called Gray Box, which I guess has a game called Grey Goo. It's out right now on Steam. I haven't played it. They've been advertising it on TV too, or through Twitch ads. And then another game called Dreadnought, which they have a panel on, right?
Yep, it's a space, some kind of space game. They call it a hybrid of a few different types of games. So it'll be interesting to see what that is exactly.
Okay. You got Capcom coming there this year.
Yep.
Another larger company. They're going to be showing Resident Evil Revelations 2. Some kind of Capcom arcade cabinet. I'm assuming it's going to be kind of
digging up all the old stuff.
Yeah, exactly, because they can't come up with anything new. I mean, all they have to do is make another Mega Man. It would be so simple, but they can't figure it out.
I'd be for that.
And then apparently 2 new rumored games in it, Steve. That's what's being told.
Final Fantasy.
No. Who knows? Who knows what
Mega Man 21.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? High Res Studios is going to be there with Smite, Steve. A game I like to play. I've actually streamed on the channel a few times.
Yep.
They have a PC version now, but apparently it's coming to Xbox One. And I guess it plays really well on the Xbox One with the controller. So...
Well, that makes sense. It's a MOBA, right?
Yeah, it's exactly. But they're the first of the MOBAs, the big MOBAs, to go to the Xbox or any console. So we'll see how... I know people use controllers sometimes when they play.
I mean, some things translate well, and then there's things like SimCity that don't.
Okay, yeah, we'll see. Well, SimCity doesn't translate to anything, so
It doesn't run to begin with.
Yeah, all right. So we'll see how it looks on the Xbox One. I guess they're going to be giving away a lot of stuff. I know their community is by playing the game. They're really into giving back to the community, so there might be a lot of free stuff there. So obviously, if you get extra, maybe you'll win some on the stream next time.
And you know the motto: if it's free, it's for me.
Free. Exactly. Yeah. Tilted Vortex model, copyrighted 2014. There's a company called Maker there. I guess they have a thing called Maker TV. I don't know if you ever watched that, Steve.
I checked it out when I saw the thing on here. It's got some gaming shows that they put online.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. But I'm interested to walk by and see more about it. There's another company called Bitbox. I guess they're an app developer.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of detailed information online about this company, so gotta check them out. I mean,
question mark. They got a huge section in the middle, though.
Yeah.
This is the interesting thing about this year is that there is companies that have large spaces in the main area of the exhibit hall that are, I would say, less than popular, less than known, they're unknown.
Because of a lot of the main players we named at the beginning that aren't coming.
There's gaps. You
would think that there'd be less stuff in the exhibit hall, but all those spaces have been taken up by these other companies that are less well known by people. So
yeah, I mean, there's another company called Motiga coming. They're a game studio working on something, right? Gigantic, a PC action game. We'll have tourney 60 machines.
Yeah, they're gonna have a tournament running apparently, and they're gonna have like 60. I learned on their website they talked about being at PAX and having a big tournament, running this gigantic
for a game that hasn't come out yet.
Yep.
All right, so we'll see what that's like.
Well, we'll want to check it out.
Yeah, Disruptor Beam is going to be there, Steve. They make the Game of Thrones Ascent. Remember they came out 2 years ago. They were giving those away. I guess they have a new Star Trek game that's coming out. For the Trekkies. Apparently, they've been advertising it for a while. People, I guess, in prior Star Trek, from what I was reading, in prior Star Trek conventions, they've been talking about a new Star Trek game coming out. I guess it's probably this one from Disruptor Beam. But I wonder if it's a mobile Star Trek type game.
Might be. As an aside, since you mentioned Star Trek, I just remembered. Have you seen that Star Trek board cube?
Yeah, the thing's like this massive.
Yeah, that thing's like crazy. I saw it in the game store the other day. I'm like,
yeah, it's this big. It makes the Deep Space Nine look small, which is
I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
like, I can imagine just plopping that in the middle of your game
and be like, I win.
This moves 5 spaces. Okay, it's across the dining room table. I win. Anyway, you've been assimilated.
World of Tanks is supposed to be there, Steve, with Wargaming America.
Yep.
Are you excited about that? Nope.
Well, personally, I mean, everyone has their own likes and dislikes. Yeah. For me, World of Tanks has its place. Like, if you just want to go in and start blasting stuff and blowing stuff up, it's fun. And in the right frame of mind, it's kind of cool. But I mean,
I'd like to see something.
I haven't looked at it in a few years.
Yeah,
so maybe it's gotten more sophisticated.
Who knows?
Hey, that's the great thing about PAX. You can check stuff out for free and
and see if you like it or not. There's always stuff we don't expect there that's actually really good, and then stuff we think is going to be good, and it's not.
Yep.
So.
Yep. It's like a buffet of different
foods, but the games.
Exactly.
The Behemoth is going to be back there, Steve. I guess they're going to show this game called Game Number 4. Now, I'm a big fan of the Behemoth. They're one of my favorite games, Castle Crashers. They came out with what was the name of that game a year or two ago? I forget the name of it. It was an arena game. I'm trying to remember the name of it now.
We played it.
Yeah, we played it. Battle Block Arena, I think it is.
Yeah, that might be.
Oh, Battle Block Theater. That's what it's called. Battle Block Theater. See, I knew I'd get to it. I actually bought that game. It's very good. It's a 2-player game, and you kind of work off each other. They have this interesting art style. They also have a huge merch booth. I have one of their hoodies. I love it. It's really high quality.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing them. A company named Undead Labs is going to be there with State of Decay and Moonrise. Don't know anything about them.
Nope. Worth the check out.
Another company named Cleave.
Clev,
Yeah, gaming memory module, Steve. A whole section on that. What do you think?
Oh, like high performance stuff. That could be good. I mean, there's only a few really well known players in that spot, so it'd be interesting to see. I mean, how do you distinguish yourself? I mean, there's already a couple of really famous people that make that. I mean, how are they going to distinguish themselves from anybody else?
I don't know.
So it'd be interesting to see.
I don't know.
Maybe they'll be giving away some free memory.
Doubtful. So Robot Entertainment is going to be there, Steve?
Orcs Must Die!
But they have like 2 of those out so far.
I think it's 3, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like Orcs Must Die, Orcs Must Die 2, and then there's Orcs Must Die something else.
Oh, really? Game Echo Prime and Heroes Academy?
Yeah, they're mostly a PC gaming company. I think 1 or 2 of their games are also on iOS, but it's mostly a PC gaming company.
Glitch Gaming with some gaming apparel and Gunner Optics with eyeglasses, so basically a bunch of gamer apparel.
Yep, the Gunner Optics is supposed to be eyeglasses that are made specifically if you sit in front of a computer all day long.
Weren't they there like last year or the year before? I remember that an eyeglass place was there. I wonder if it's the same one. And then a company called Curve Digital with the Swindle. Those are all the bigger booths that were there. But of course, there's like hundreds of other indie booths that are there.
Yeah,
right?
And we just picked out really the ones that were big enough that they could put the names of the vendors on the booths. But there's probably double the amount we just listed of ones that just have numbers and not names. So, even more smaller companies that are either have games, tablet games, or even apparel or accessories or whatever.
All right. Yeah, so I mean, there's tons of booths there that are all even on typically what we say the left side of the exhibit hall, the back side of the exhibit hall. You got your indie area.
Then usually along the whole outside too.
There's all indies, yeah. I mean, there's like Chessex is there. These are ones that are there all the time. We try to just pick up the ones, especially in the main area, because it switched around so much this year. That
right, and then you have like Geek Chic and those kinds, and then you have like
Newegg is there.
Some of the board game like Mayfair is out there.
Yeah, exactly. So, So why don't we get into like the indie showcase area, right?
Sure.
Those are the 6 games they pick out. Supposed to be the best of the indies from what they say.
Yep, and in my past 2 years ago, and they've kind of been like, for me, some real big hits and some misses.
Okay, so you haven't liked them all, huh?
No, but I mean, it's more like, I don't say this game sucks. It's more like wouldn't be something I would play.
I always find the best indie game isn't in the showcase.
I would agree with that.
I mean, last year
there's always at least 1 or 2 big surprises.
Yeah, I mean,
like, wow,
last year,
really cool.
last year, Darkest Dungeon was outside of it wasn't in the indie showcase, and that's become a huge hit this year on Steam. You had games like Crypt of the Necrodancer, Hyperdrive Drifter, Shovel Knight, all were outside of the indie showcase, and all were much more popular than what the other ones in the showcase were.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly the criteria they use to choose the ones in the showcase.
Maybe it's ones they're trying to pump up that are lesser known.
Maybe.
Who knows?
But no, that's one of the nicer things about PAX is spending practically half a day
in the indie area.
Just in the indie area, just going through each of the games and seeing what.
Well, you can play them all too and talk to the developers. You don't have to wait in a line.
Yeah, that's what's really cool. Is like most of them aren't done.
Yeah.
And so you can actually give them feedback. They're looking for feedback and that kind of stuff that they can tweak stuff.
Yeah.
And they're willing. Everyone I've met, they're willing to listen and
that's good.
And they're interested, so it's kind of cool.
So this year, the first game that they said that was on there was Bean Dreams, Steve. A simple platformer. It's for the iOS only, but apparently they're not using a jump button. So typically a platformer, you know, you're jumping from platform to platform. I mean, it's a definition of platformer. And usually jump button is really important because you got time to jump. So I guess this one has a jump mechanic. Now what they're saying by that, I don't know. We'll have to check it out, but no jump button. So you don't just press Y and you move, or press the thing on there. You have a mechanic of how to jump.
I wonder
like, what do you have to move the feet?
If it's drag your finger or something.
Maybe it's like, I don't know if you remember track and field on the NES.
Or with the iOS, you
got to press the feet the right way.
It could be, or you could just like jerk your
that's
tablet
mechanic,
up.
yeah.
So who knows? It could be using the.
So that's Bean Dreams. We'll see what that's like. Feed My Alien, Steve. A puzzle solving through time-based levels to have an alien repair their spacecraft. It's a mobile game.
That could be good. That could be good.
What it looked like is like they showed a picture of a phone, and basically there were spaces, and kind of look was Metal Gear Solid light. Basically, you were trying to be undetected when you were picking up stuff in town and going back to your alien spacecraft. Then you had to feed your alien. And you were like a kid trying to help him. I don't know. It looked weird, but it could be all right.
So it's not like FTL.
Oh no! Nothing's like FTL.
No, that's the first thing I think of when you're like repairing your spaceship.
No. It seems like you're like walking around a village.
Oh, okay.
Looking like Animal Crossing or something like that. There's a game called Light in the Dark, Steve. It's a color blending puzzle game, mobile, and it features you move boxes while you slide lenses.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I guess you're changing the shading of the color to blend stuff together.
Right. Yeah, that's what I kind of like about the indie stuff. Is you kind of get stuff that that's different than anything else you've seen before.
Yeah, I mean that
not
could be interesting.
Not another shooter or
what have you. Yeah. Whatever. One game I saw a little bit more video on, Steve, was Starlink. It's a tactical real-time strategy game for galactic domination. So not really original there, StarCraft, but you move your ships from star to star. Apparently it's for mobile and home computer, both Apple and PC.
That's ambitious.
Yeah, so it looks like you have a bunch of stars in the different colors, and you see the ships orbiting really lightly, and you're just kind of moving them from star to star, and that's how you're conquering them. I don't know the mechanic how it works, but it had a bunch of different stars linked in different areas and how you got there. It looked like a puzzle type game, but used the theme of galactic domination.
That's worth checking out.
Yeah, it seems interesting. There's a game that looked quite interesting called Tumblestone, Steve. I remember telling you about this one, didn't I?
Yeah, that's the battle Tetris type game.
Mm-hmm. It's in reverse, so you go in, the blocks are falling this way towards you.
Right.
So you're shooting them almost like Space Invaders.
Right.
Going back and forth and shooting them, but you have to switch the color how you shoot it. So if there's a red block falling, you got to switch your gun to red, shoot it, then come over here and shoot blue, and then hit the blue block.
And the other interesting thing is it's actually 4-person.
You can go up to 4 people, yeah, or you can do a single player thing. So it looked interesting. And obviously with a lot of these games, the price point's nice. $5, you can get a fun game that you're just sitting around, play a quick match online.
Right. And especially with the larger phones or the tablets, it's a good game to get.
Exactly. That's a mobile game too as well. And then I guess the last game was called one, Which Comes First. This looks like Timeline in a different way.
Ooh, Bruiser might like that.
Yeah, I guess it's a mobile game. It's trivia, obviously.